Hello, this is gonna be a tutorial. Get ready. This is how I do backgrounds for my cartoons. Keep in mind, this is not like your anime backgrounds. No, sir. This is very simple, cartoony backgrounds. This is how I do them. If you don't like that, you can watch anyways if you want. So let's begin. I'm gonna start with a file, new. See the way it says width 1920 by 1080. Make it like fucking bigger than that. Make it like 2005. Fuck me. Okay, that's fine. The reason you make it bigger than 1080p is so that if you ever want to zoom in on your background, it won't get all pixelated. So, you know, the closer you are to actual dimensions, the better. But I forget, so whatever. I'm just gonna show you how I paint my backgrounds and how I start and all that jazz. So let's just begin, I guess. I'm using Manga Studio X5, as far as I know. This program has a really stupid name. It sounds like the kind of program you'd give your little sister on her 13th birthday to show her how to draw manga characters. That's not what it is. It's very nice to use. It's like Photoshop with better lines, less features, but it's exactly what you want for doing backgrounds and painting good and shit. So let me just show you what I would do. Let's say you want to do an organic background. First, I'm going to rough it out. Okay, so there's a roughed out scene. As you can see, it's okay. I'm going to color it in really quick, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a new layer. I'm going to pick one of these things on the screen, and I'm going to color it in a basic shade or whatever. So, let's just say this is our hill. Close enough. Hehe. Woohoo. Okay, so there's the hill part. I'm going to put that behind the lines, make another layer, and do the same for whatever comes next. So let's just say we're going to do the road. I'm going to pick a slight gray here. And basic road. Being very sloppy, I'm just going to show you how to make it look good, okay? So I've filled in this scene now. Everything is on separate layers, all these separate objects. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to shade it and make this pile of shit look good. And I know it looks very like basic, but you could be surprised with what some shading can do. So let me show you how I shade, and it's pretty quick. So what I'm going to do with the sky is I'm going to give it a little glow around the sun and leave the sky for now. It's the sun, that's fine. I'm going to go to this cloud, I'm going to give it its shadows. So what I do is I go to watercolor and I go to with enough water. Now this brush is really nice for doing watercolor stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lock its transparent pixels so I only paint within it. And I'm going to just quickly give it a little shade. The sun's over here, so the light's going to be facing it. The shadows are going to be on the opposite side. And I'm going to do this and this. And what you got there is a pretty okay looking cloud. Now let's move on to the next thing. Remember, this is speedy. Trying to get this done as quick as possible. So these trees over here, I'm going to pick a shade color. I'm going to go dark green. I'm going to add a little bit of blue to it with this little slider right here, just a little bit. And we're going to start roughing out with, oh shit, we're going to start roughing out where the shadows are going to be. So like, that's actually too dark. I'm going to go up a little bit. Yeah, there you go. I'm just gonna rough in a little detail here and there, and there you got some okay trees. Let's move on to the hill. So you use the eyedropper tool by holding in Alt, clicking on the color you want. Now I'm gonna go over to the color wheel. I'm gonna drag it down a little bit. I'm gonna make it slightly more blue, and I'm gonna get a little bit of red for a little warmth. And these trees are gonna be blocking the sun over here, so you can just like rough it out like that. Shit, I gave it too much red. I'm going to bring it back a bit and give it a little more blue. So these trees are going to be blocking the sun over here. Shit, no more blue. A little more. There you go. It's probably too dark. Let's bring it up. Okay, there you go. That's like a nice shade for the grass. So the hill is going to be in front of the sun. The sun's in the background, so the light will be cut off like about here because the light's being blocked by the hill. So let's just do this really quick. I'm actually using the hard pen tool. You'll see why in a second. I'm just trying to get the basic colors that I want. So once you've done that, you can go over here to this guy, these little 2 drops, and go to blend. And there's a really cool thing here called soothing watercolor. And basically, if you go over colors with it, it blends it like a watercolor brush, and it makes blending super fucking simple. So check it out. Already it looks like more of a painting. You know what? I'm actually going to give it more light in the picture because it made it look kind of boring or moody. So let's just bring it like that. As you can see, it's kind of laggy. When it gets laggy like that, not much you can do. I am working with a huge canvas size too, though, so you gotta expect that. So once again, let's use the blend. And you can blend it like that. Yes, baby, yes. And again, these trees are blocking the sun, so there's a lot of shade over there. You gotta always be thinking about where light is hitting, what's blocking the light, etc., etc. Okay, that's like pretty nicely blended, I think. Another thing you can do is add just a little bit of a highlight to the grass, so I'm gonna just drag it up into the yellow a bit. I'm gonna use the pen again because the watercolor brush kind of makes it slow. So let's say the light's hitting it like there, it's being cut off like there. So now you can go back to the blend it in. Yeah. And it looks pretty nice. So yeah, now let's go to the road. Let's pick a nice color for it. Eyedropper selected. I'm gonna bring it up. Actually, I think it's too dark. I'm going to use the airbrush here for no particular reason. Oh yeah, gotta make sure to lock the pixels. Then select the parts where the light's hitting. Do it like that. Oh yeah, that was the particular reason, I forgot. I'm going to make it actually lighter again. And now you can use your blend again. Make it look a bit more watercolory. A bit more traditional, as it were. And just blend it. Blend the fuck out of it, baby. Yeah. There you go. So as you can see, I'm being slightly rough with it. It doesn't matter though. I'm just trying to get a quick background out as fast as I can, baby. So, the only object left now is that rock. I'll do that now. Lock its pixels. Figure out the highlight and the shadow and the midtones or whatever. Usually people will like make a separate layer and like just quickly draw down the colors that they're using, but you can do that if you want. It doesn't really matter. But so the light is hitting it from this side, so the light's gonna be like that. Yeah, and then choose your dark color. I'm gonna drag it down like that. And so there you go, your basic rock. You can zoom right in on it, and you can blend those colors better and shade it better. So there you got a shitty rock. Now that I think about it, I should go back to the hill, select probably one of the darker parts of it, and make it even darker, a little more blue, and just add a little bit of shade underneath it just so it looks like the rock's casting a bit of a shadow like that. And then go to blend, and you know the drill, just blend it right in. And that looks fine. For what it is, I think it looks good. And now, go over the picture with minor details. I'm going to select the G pen, It's just a normal pen, just a hard pen. Yeah, someone's gonna be like, a hard penis in the comments, whatever. So you can add in little details. You can select the grass like that with the Alt. You can just do like little spikes of grass here and there. You can just do it all around. And it just like makes it look a little nicer. Especially here behind this rock, see? Wow. And then you can add in more details. You can make little flowers appear like that. Boop, 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 boop. And then you can select the transparency of those, and you can make the shade color like that. And now when all that's done, you can get rid of the stupid lines. And there you go, it's a basic background. You can still add in more detail, like that road looks kind of fucking really rough. So you can make it look a bit more 3D by doing that. Then you can use the smoothing watercolor and blend it in. I know it's rough, but look, it don't look so bad. And then if you want to make it look like it stands out a little bit more, select this dark green over here again, put it under the path, so it makes it look like the path is casting that shadow. And there you go. It's a very basic background. You know, I'm gonna add like a little white. Yeah. I don't even know why. It just looks nice. Wow. There you have it. It was a really quick background. It doesn't look half shabby. I know it's not crazy. It's just all this was just to show you how fast you can pump out a background with that smoothing watercolor thing. It makes stuff look decent enough for internet animations at least. You know what? Fuck it. It looks good. Fuck you if you don't think so. Unsubscribe. I don't care. No, wait.